What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody out there in our school community? All right, I'm excited for this one. So, we're going to talk plateaus. All right, plateaus, how you think of them, and plateaus on what plateaus actually are. And then I'll give you some ways to break through them. All right, so first of all, well, let me start with this. A plateau is typically like 8 weeks of non-weight loss, doing the things you need to do. All right. With that said, most plateaus are due to what the person is doing. All right. They're not sleeping, they're stressed, they're not tracking all their calories. We'll get into that. But a true plateau, like a lot of people I talk with, will be like, oh my God, I haven't lost weight for a week. I'm in a plateau. You're not in a plateau. 1 week is nothing. You'll have weeks you gain weight over a week doing the right things. So that's just how our bodies work. So plateau, 8 weeks, and you're doing, all the things and still not losing weight. All right. Very few people actually ever get to a true plateau because, if you're working with us, we make changes before that even happens. So if your body's not responding, we're going to make changes. All right. But basically, we'll talk about how to overcome the weight loss plateaus, understanding the causes, and really identifying solutions to build that momentum. All right. So, first of all, plateaus happen to every human being. It's a natural part of the weight loss journey, and it's a natural part of life in general, right? So, we're going to cover the causes of these plateaus, and I'll give you some actionable strategies and some mindset tips. All right. So, let's get this party started. So, why plateaus occur? And I'm going to talk like you are in a true plateau. Okay. Metabolic adaptation. So this is where your body adjusts to a lower calorie intake. We're getting more and more women into our VIP program that are under eaters for a long period of time. If you under eat initially, you're going to lose a bunch of weight, right? But if you do it for a long period of time, your body adapts to that and it deregulates, and it's called metabolic adaptation. Your metabolism is very smart and it's adapting to your new normal. So what happens is, say you cut to 1,200 calories for 6 months, your body now only burns 1,200 calories, and you still need to lose weight. So what do? You go to 900? No, you can't. You shouldn't even be at 1,200. That's a whole different training. Um, so basically, your body adapted to that new normal. So now our bodies will only burn what they're eating. So that's a problem, right? Low carb, keto, restricting calories, 1,200 calorie diets or less, Optavia, all these crazy things that are out there that are just crushing your metabolism. All right. So that's one way to hit a plateau. Over reliance on one method. So we'll see people doing the same workouts over and over, and I'm actually a culprit of this. When I kind of plateau or stop seeing results I want, I take a look at my workouts and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing the same thing. And I eat the same foods. So changing the way you eat, changing the way you work out, still good habits, just different ways, right? You're working out differently, you're eating different foods to give your body different nutrients. So non-compliance, this is the biggest one that we see. And it's not done on purpose. It's just you're blind or you don't know what you don't know. So subconscious habits. Subconscious habits are like sneaky snacking or kind of, just snacking between meals or mindlessly going around the office and having a candy here and a candy there. Those can add up to some massive results over time. Larger portions are a big one. You get lazy, you stop measuring. This is one we see all the time. Yeah, measuring everything. Are you measuring it on a scale or are you just measuring it with your eyes? Well, I've been doing this long enough, I can tell. Okay, you're overeating. Anyone who doesn't weigh their food is overeating. I promise you. All kinds of studies, nutritionists that actually do this for a living, including myself. If I don't measure my food, I overeat it like crazy, especially like mashed potatoes or things that are super calorie dense. All right. So those things can stall your progress. So here's step one. I want you to audit your current routine. So the objective of this is to find the hidden culprits, right? What is actually holding you back? And this is a process we take our VIP clients through, or we help do it for them. So you're going to track and assess. You must track your foods for 7 days minimum in this audit. This is to identify creeping calories, calorie increases. Again, I eat the same foods every day. If I start putting on weight, it's because my portions are getting bigger. The food doesn't change. I'm still eating good, nutritious foods, but I'm eating too much of them. All right. So you can overeat good food too. So log your foods for 7 days. Reassess your portion sizes. Make sure you're measuring accurately. If you're not measuring, you need to measure. All right. And track your workouts. Are they intense enough? Or are you just kind of going through the motions? Right? You're doing 12 repetitions, but you could really do 50. Well, you're not really stressing that muscle. So train to failure, which means some of you might not be there, but when you start getting into working out, you train until like the 15th or whatever you're doing for reps is pretty much the last one you can do. So I always tell people, whatever weight you're doing, do as many as you possibly can. If it's over 15, you need to increase your weight. Guarantee a lot of you guys can lift more weights than you're lifting. If you're not lifting, we'll talk about that. All right. So track your workouts. So you're going through the motions. Probably not as intense as they could be. You're probably not putting in enough effort. I'm a culprit of this too, because I don't enjoy working out. Sometimes I just go through the motions and then I'm like, why am I just going through the motions? Like, get the most out of it. I'm putting in the time, but I'm not getting max benefits because I'm just going through the motion. So if you're going to put in the time and commit to it, then do it right. Put in the effort. So key questions to ask yourself: am I consistent with my nutrition and my workouts? Am I including strength training and like progressively overloading the muscle in your routine? Progressive overload is lifting, heavier weights. Do 10 reps, increase your weights. But at some point in your journey, you're going to need to incorporate strength training. Sooner the better. Are you prioritizing recovery, which we didn't talk about? So, sleep. Are you getting in enough sleep? That's when your body recovers. Stress management. Are you managing your stress on a daily basis? All right. After we do the assessment, we take a look at our nutrition. All right. We tweak our nutrition plan. We could possibly mix up our macronutrients, have more carbs, less fat, have more fat, less carbs, have more protein, whatever it is. Again, in VIP, we would help you with all this. Increasing your protein intake so that you can support your muscle repair and support your metabolism. Protein is the number one macronutrient that you need to focus on. Every single human being, especially women going through hormonal changes. All right. You can experiment with these are kind of some higher level things I wouldn't suggest doing unless you had a coach, but like carb cycling, some days are higher, some days are lower. Playing around, like I said, with your macronutrients. You just want to know what you're doing, or you're probably going to do it wrong. But you can experiment with things, see how your body reacts. The key is learning and knowing what to do when your body's not responding. And even if it is responding, do you keep doing the same thing, or do you pour gas on the fire and do something else? So there's a lot that plays into weight loss, like tons of nuances that no one really ever talks about. All right. So we talked about, you probably need to change your calorie intake too. If you're under eating, we need to reverse you out. We call it reverse dieting, getting your body back to a normal maintenance, get your metabolism a short break from dieting. Dieting is, when I say dieting, it's a calorie restriction. So you're under your maintenance. And if you do that for too long, your body adapts. All right. So once we get your body back to maintenance, then we can introduce a calorie deficit again. 10, 15% below your maintenance, I would start at. And then again, make changes on a daily basis, or sorry, on a weekly basis. Hydration. Just a couple ways to check your hydration. There's all kinds of things. Are they half your body weight? Well, if you're 300 pounds, 150 ounce of water is a lot of freaking water. All right. So the best way we found is just track through your urine. If your urine is pale color, clear, or just like pale yellow, you're fine. If your pee is like yellow, you need more water. But don't wait for your urine to get yellow before you drink water. So if it's clear, keep drinking, but it's not like you got to guzzle down a bunch of water. You're just maintaining. Okay. So proper hydration is so important, not just for weight loss, but for reducing false hunger signals. It supports digestion. If you're not pooping well, drink more water. All right. All right. Step three. This should be after you do your nutrition. Make changes to nutrition. You would introduce variety to your workouts and intensity. All right. So change the stimulus. So incorporate, like I said, some strength training if you haven't already. Add high and can add some high intensity workouts. I wouldn't do a ton of these, but one a week to kind of change things up, get a little bit of a metabolic boost. But we don't want to do hit training like very often because it's going to put a lot of stress on your body. All right. So vary your workout order, your weights, your exercises. You could do the same workout, but just add more weight and change the reps. It's still the same workout, but it's like a whole new workout for your body because you're lifting heavier weights. So it's gonna force muscle adaptation. All right. And you can vary your workout order. So if you're always doing, like I always suggest compound workouts, compound movements, like a standing, like a lunge to a shoulder press or a lunge to a bicep curl. All right. So you're doing your legs and then you're hitting your shoulders. So you're hitting multiple muscle groups. Compound movement would be like a squat. You're using your hamstrings and your quads. But if you always do the workout the same, and again, I fall culprit to this, is if you're doing like chest every day first, then back, we'll change it and do back first because you're going to get the most out of whatever you do first because you have the most energy, right? Just kind of common sense. So if you're always doing chest, your chest is getting the most benefits. So changing up the order and or the exercises to keep your body guessing and track your progress. So many people don't track their progress. So like if you're doing a chest machine at 20 pounds, write it in a journal. 20 pounds, 12 times, you did it 3 sets. Now, the next time you work out, try 25. If that's too easy, try 30. So if you don't have a journal, you're just guessing every week. There's no way anybody's going to remember exactly what they did if you're varying all these exercises. All right. So you're always trying to push. Maybe the weight doesn't change, but you're able to do a couple more reps. So for today, I actually got a new PR for myself. So I'm doing dumbbells and I was only able to do this weight 12 times in the past. Today I did it 15. I probably could have got a 16th if I had somebody spotting me. So that's 3 rep increase. So that's massive. That's massive. So now like I'm going to increase my weights because I don't want to go above 15 reps. All right. Um, so tracking your progress is super important. And it's not just for weight loss. We want to gain strength. Strength is key, being strong, being able to do the things you want to do every day in life. Tackling non-scale victories. So broaden your definition of progress. Like most of you think of progress as the scale going down, right? You never build the foundation to actually lose the weight and keep it off because you're just so worried about that damn scale. The scale is one data point out of many that we use. All right. The scale is just a tool. So if the weight's not going down, focus on maybe measurements. Maybe your waist and hips are getting smaller, or across your chest is getting smaller, or your back, or whatever it is, your legs, your thighs. You can measure energy levels. Are you not hitting that lull in the middle of the day at 2 o'clock? Are you not falling asleep on the couch while you're watching TV? Is your mood better? Like if you're in a better mood, everybody wins, right? Yourself and everybody around you. Is your sleep quality improving? These are all non-scale victories. Is your fitness getting better? Are you lifting heavier weights? Or are you running faster or taking fewer breaks or less rest period between workouts? There's a million ways to measure success, guys. Start focusing on small wins. Progress isn't linear. It's the scale's not going straight down. Progress is focusing on daily consistency rather than immediate results. Consistency wins the game. All right. There's no quick fix. It's doing the same shit over and over and over until it's just like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it anymore. I don't think about working out. I do it Monday through Thursday. That's when I've been doing it. And that's when I'll probably always do it. And I don't think about it. I just do it. All right. Last thing is just to address. I'm 16 minutes in here. Try to keep them under 20 minutes. Address your mindset and stress. So strengthen mental resilience, shift your focus. Like I said, find other ways to measure success. Think of progress over perfection. Treat plateaus. If you do truly hit a plateau, it's a learning phase. It's not a failure. You need to learn why you're not progressing and make some changes from there. Stress management, I would suggest practice mindfulness or meditation. 5 minutes a day is enough. But avoid letting stress lead to overeating or the efforts where you just say, screw it, I'm not doing anything, skipping your workouts. All right, so a couple of takeaways to wrap this thing all up. I want you to audit your habits. That's step one. Then from there, you're going to adjust your nutrition depending on what you found in the audit, right? We talked about that. So if you want to go back and listen to it, just kind of rewind it, I would suggest doing that. The next step, change your workouts. But step one is always nutrition. Nutrition is that's the big needle mover. We always focus on what's going to move the needle the most, the fastest. It's always nutrition. Your workouts are going to help. So certainly changing up those is a step in the right direction. But number one's nutrition. Number two is workouts. Just like your macronutrients, protein's number one, and then carbs and fats. Celebrate beyond the scale. We talked about that. Non-scale victories. The scale, just use, like the scale is to teach you how your body is reacting to different things. The stress, certain foods are going to cause inflammation. A bad night's sleep is going to cause inflammation. And when I say cause inflammation, make the scale go up. But they're temporary. It's going to go back down if you stay consistent. Get a better night's sleep the next day. Ask yourself why you didn't get good sleep. Were you out partying? Did you have alcohol at night? Did you just watch a Netflix series and couldn't shut it off? Like, learn from it. And that's where you're adapting a growth mindset. You're focusing on solutions. Plateaus are temporary. All right. They're just temporary. All right. So you're going to start with creating a 7-day food journal. All right. If you're already tracking, if you're a VIP watching this, you guys are already doing this. This is for people that are not doing this. So track your foods for 7 days, track your activity, do an audit on your activity, and start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start this thing as soon as you watch this training. Share one change. I'm going to post a replay of this. I want you to share one change that you're going to make. All right. And make it immediately. Take action today. All right. So anyone that's feels like they're struggling to break through a plateau, if you're a VIP, you have your coach, you can talk to them. If you are not in our VIP program, I'd be happy to schedule a 10-minute call and help you as being part of this community, just help you break through. But before we schedule, I would want 7 days. Actually, better yet, here's what we'll do. Track the next 3 days. I'd like to have a weekend day in there, though. That's all right. Track the next 3 days. So you would measure, you could use MyFitnessPal, get a food scale, measure your food, enter it into MyFitnessPal. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to start, but it's a pain in the ass to be stuck too. So let's just do something different to get some different results. So if you send me 3 days of meals, take screenshots of your macros. Be honest, I'm not here to judge, I'm here to help you. So if you have pizza for 3 straight days, track your pizza. All right, and we'll make some changes from there, but that'll probably be the best way. We can schedule a 10-minute call as well. Doesn't matter to me. This will be quicker. I'll get you some actionable points. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. I will see you guys all next Monday and talk to you guys soon.